Detroit Lions fans, Detroit Den 313 back with another one. Stephen Will here, ready to talk Detroit Lions football. Before we do, think about subscribing, think about becoming a member, think about all of the things that you could do for this channel because we want you to do for us so we can do for you tenfold. But, Steve, what the heck? What the heck we getting into, man? I know you didn't put out some stuff, man, here recently, and I stand with you. I think there's a lot of stuff on our mind, man. Where you want to go with this thing?
Let me just start. We're going to try to set up a members giveaway within the next 2 weeks. So schedules are a little conflicting. Holiday season, it's tough. Our work, I don't want to get into what we really do, but it's a bloodbath out there. Well, there's really no days off. So think about becoming a member. Not required. Greatly appreciated. Get you in all the drawings at your appropriate level. Can't wait to do it. Looking forward to it. Love doing live shows. But Will, I got to get your thoughts. We haven't heard how you feel about Brad Holmes making a deadline move at all yesterday before we get into what we're going to talk about today. So the floor is yours. Well, how are you feeling?
Disappointed. I will say, and I already kind of felt like this, but I am privy to a little bit more information than when you put out your solo. So getting the opportunity to hear Coach Campbell talk about it a little bit, I understand where he sits. Now I will say, what else is he to say as well?
Yeah.
Like, hey, then we got the guys that we need to do the job. Like, he's not going to go up there and say, hey, listen, I'm pissed and I think we're in trouble. So even if he did feel like that, obviously he's not going to say that. But I think he's a man of his word. I think that he believes that we have enough right now to do what we need to do. It's just a matter of, is he correct? Now, Howie Roseman put out something, Steve, and it's been talked about. I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. And I kind of felt like it alludes to everything that we've already talked about. You don't regret being aggressive. You don't regret asking the girl out, even if she tells you no. But you worry the rest of your life if that baddie that you wanted, man, and she goes out to do great things, and you never even asked her if you could have her hand, and you're watching, one of your buddies or somebody else, man, live the life that she could have been living. Philadelphia Eagles are living.
Are you talking about like a cuck chair, Will? Watching one of your buddies bang the girl you want? What are we talking about?
This is a kid's show. This is a kid's show. But bottom line is, I'm watching the Philadelphia Eagles live a life that I want to be living. I want to have Super Bowl rings, Steve. I want to have deals be made at the trade deadline that makes sense. So he said they have a long-term vision. Obviously, all we can do is sit and watch that vision unfold. It's just it'll be interesting to see how this thing goes, man. Obviously, we stand with the guys in Honolulu Blue, and we hope nothing but the best. I hope Brad's right. I hope Dan's right. I hope that they prove that they're in these positions for a reason, and they know way more than anybody else. So it yet remains to be seen.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Will. Michael Jordan said that once. If you don't take a shot, you're not going to make a shot. So I don't know. I'll tell you this. I said it yesterday. Come the end of the season, if it don't end with a Lombardi Trophy, me and Brad Holmes, we're gonna have a conversation about how I feel about him. But we'll save it. We'll see how this thing plays out. I'm not going to say anything that's gonna bite me in the ass later. I still think that this is a damn good roster, but we could have made it better yesterday. And I'm with you. Dan Campbell said what he was supposed to say. He wasn't going to get into that podium and say we don't have the guys we need to win. So he's handcuffed with what he can say. He's a genius with his words. Not trying to dive into that too much, Will, but let's talk about this offensive line. We're getting some news today about Miles Frazier getting activated from the IR. There's been some speculation that we could see Tristan Colon play some center, maybe Graham Glasgow slide to left guard to take over for Mahogany. Do you think that there's a time and a place where we could see this offensive line get shuffled up a little bit?
Yeah, I think Coach Campbell said it today, man. He's going to try all of the things. That's the words out of his mouth. He's going to take a look at anything. They asked him if he was going to take a look at shuffling this offensive line, and he said definitively, yes, I am. And to me, Steve, you don't shuffle around the offensive line you're not worried about.
Right.
Am I crazy? You know what I mean? So he's obviously has his own concerns, because if he didn't, he wouldn't be shuffling things around. So having concerns makes me, and I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but it makes me a little bit confused at why we didn't make something shake at the deadline. But there's guys there. There's Cologne. There's Awasika. There's Kingsley Agwakin. There's guys there that can play the position. And then Miles Frazier opening up that 21-day window. He's a guy that obviously they think has a tremendous upside and can be a starter in this league. It'll be how fast can they get him up to speed? It'll be interesting, Steve. That's a guy who can play guard or tackle. Taylor Decker is, I think, we're piecing together the body of Taylor Decker every single week, along
Frankenstein
with
and I'm just throwing them out there.
yeah, along with the Christy Mahogany situation. It'll just be something we got to watch, Steve. But you said it, and I'll leave it at this on it. If we go into the off season, and you mentioned not having a Lombardi, for me, it's not that. If we get into a situation to where the offensive line is the downfall of this team, I think that will be something that I'll end up with some frustrations about what we didn't do at the trade deadline. And if pass rush ends up being an issue, I think that'll get into a situation to where I have some frustrations, because a lot of people came on the pod and commented, hey, I'm a little bit confused at why you guys are still talking about a pass rusher when we have the Christian Mahogany situation. The reason why I was still talking about a pass rusher was because I don't feel like that we got to JJ nearly as much as we should have. I felt like Minnesota Vikings did a pretty good job of protecting JJ, and then he used his athleticism to squirt out of some stuff. But by no means did I feel like JJ was running for his life. So those are the reasons why I felt like I was still talking about a pass rusher. And again, if you're talking about a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, they were still looking at pass rushers. You're never in a situation where you have too many of them. So that's why I was still looking at a pass rusher, and that's why I'm still a little bit disappointed on that. But moving on to present situation, I'm worried about the interior of this offensive line. We were already having some issues, and I can't say that we got better. I don't think losing Christian Mahogany made us better. So we have an interior offensive line that was already having problems, and then we lost Christian Mahogany. We got worse.
Yep.
Jared Goff is already having some issues. The offense already isn't looking great. It all points to me reasons why you need to figure some things out. So Coach Campbell stands at that podium and he says we need to clean up some things. It's an ongoing theme of stuff that we've been hearing all season long. Clean some things up, clean some things up, clean some things up. Now we need to clean some things up with a worse offensive line. Something that I'm going to be watching closely.
And an offensive coordinator that hasn't really earned the trust of the people yet. So we're going to see. I'll tell you this, I'm all for a shuffle, an offensive line shuffle. I just don't know when you're going to do it. If you're going to do it, I'd say this week against a banged up Washington Commanders team. But I mean, we just had a home game against a division rival where we were 9.5 point favorites, and now we're going on the road as 8.5 point favorites. So nothing's guaranteed, but I definitely don't think you're going to shuffle up this offensive line when you're going to Philly with the defensive front that they have. They're just going to pick on those interior guys, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. Thoughts and prayers. I need to get this shit fixed to yesterday, Will. To yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. To yesterday. Needs to be fixed immediately. Graham Glasgow playing like a bottom 5 center in this league. Like his numbers aren't good. The eye test isn't good. Just not good. So if we're talking Tristan Colon, I'm kind of curious to see what Miles Frazier could do. I don't think he's going to be playing this week, obviously, but it's a kid in the draft that I was pretty high on coming out of LSU. I thought he was above a 6th-round pick. Same thing I said with Mahogany. I think we got a steal there in the 6th round with him. His PFF grades were all great coming out of LSU, SEC conference. You know, they play against the best of the best. An offense that thrives at LSU normally, they usually have a pretty good offense where they have to protect the quarterback. So I'm really, really excited for Miles Frazier. And I know he was taking some center reps in training camp, or like rookie camp, I guess, before he got hurt in training camp. So I think he's going to be, man, I don't want to put too much pressure on him, but if he pans out like a Mahogany or a Tate Ratledge, who's playing like an all-pro rookie right now, William, we'll be fine in the long run. It's just, how do we get him ready? When will he be ready? How long is it going to take? Because I think we could have another diamond in the rough here, and I'm not trying to get overly excited about this kid. I'm trying to temper my expectations so that I don't get let down later in the season. But versatility, I don't like what I'm seeing from Graham. If Miles Frazier can play some center and just be average to above average, I think it's a massive upgrade.
I stand with everything you said. I don't even have any rebuttals to it, man. We need him to be good, and we need him to be good sooner rather than later.
Like to now. like right now. Will.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I need news that he's starting center, like right now. Pass rush up. Glad you mentioned that because we're also possibly getting Josh Pascal back. His 21-day window from the IR opened up today. Did you happen to watch his Detroit Lions Inside the Den thing yet?
I haven't watched it yet. I
It's
heard
pretty
it's good
good.
though.
It's very good. I watched it this morning. Very good. Very graphic. If you're a little squeamish about body parts and things being shown with stitches and things being open on the body that I don't enjoy seeing, maybe not your cup of tea. But his story is something that we were familiar with coming out of Kentucky. But I'll be honest, I didn't realize how bad his cancer was. Like I've been cheering for him since day one. Him being hurt, let's get him back. His 21-day IR window is opening up. Well, our pass rush has been pretty good, not dominant, but pretty good. We're up to the top 5 in pressures in the NFL and top 5 in sacks in the NFL. That's what everyone wanted, right? Everyone wanted more sacks, more pressures. You're getting it. Now we're going to be getting a guy, second round pick just a couple years ago in Hutch's draft class, that's going to come in and help. And we're getting Davenport back. I know a lot of people are writing him off, not me. But I think we're getting some massive pass rush help here very, very soon, starting with Josh Pascal. How do you feel about him?
Pascal is a guy who, you've already said it, love his story, love everything about him. I loved him at Kentucky. I feel like he was a little bit more versatile at Kentucky. I feel like he turned his body into this hybrid defensive end, defensive tackle for the league, for whatever reason. But he does a good job at it. But I'm not looking at him as a pass rusher. I'm looking at him as a guy who can be a run stopper, play that big boy end that the Detroit Lions like to have, and have some situational defensive tackle snaps as well. Outside of that, it's just a solid football player we're adding to this team, man. Solid football player, grit guy, locker room guy. Everybody loves him. I'll be really happy to get him back, but I'm not looking for him to add much value to the pass rush.
Well, in this Inside the Den documentary, they showed like his highlights from Kentucky his freshman year, and to be honest, like there was a couple times I was like, number 4, Josh Pascal, was he playing corners, nickel? What was he doing, about 222, 225? Like then the boy just went to the pastries and just ordered some cake and hit that weight room. And he beefed up to about 270. He's almost unrecognizable, but he was just talking in this documentary about like what drives him, and man, I can't wait to see him back. I really loved his story when he got drafted. I was cheering for him. He kind of became a fan favorite. I got some ties to the University of Kentucky, so kind of familiar with him coming out of college. Cheered for him as a Lion, but I feel like his career so far has been injury-ridden, especially this year. We haven't even seen him yet, and we're halfway through the season, but it's a good time to be getting someone like him back. So I think that's going to help the defense. I didn't like our run game last week against the Minnesota Vikings with Aaron Jones averaging almost 8 or 9 yards per carry before he got hurt. We were just getting absolutely gashed by fucking Aaron Jones, of all people. Are you kidding me? Probably one of the worst running backs in our division, if I'm being honest with you, gashing us for 9 per touch. Can't have that. So, yeah, I know. Come on. I know. Career game for you. 9 carries, 78 yards. And it really wasn't a factor because then you got hurt. So, I mean, I'm not cheering for him to get hurt, but went out of the game and it was just a different story. But I think our rush defense one time didn't look good Sunday against Minnesota. Pascal coming back, Davenport getting back. I think that's going to start helping with this defense, making teams one-dimensional, but the offense has to carry their water too well. They have to do better at scoring some points to make teams one-dimensional because that's what the Lions do. We want you out of the game by halfway through the third. If we're not doing that, let some teams hanging around, I don't like seeing it, Will. I don't like seeing it one bit.
Steve, this week, are you looking at this week as a must-win?
You damn well better beat Washington with how banged up they are. You have to go into Washington and win. I don't want to be puffing my chest too much with this matchup, but anything less than 17 points for me is unacceptable. Like they don't have their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. I don't know if he's out for the year, but I saw his elbow injury. What the hell are you doing with him in a game where you're down 38-7 anyway? They don't have Terry McLaurin. Frankie Louvu somehow dodged a suspension, and now he's playing on Sunday. First I've ever seen a player get suspended and win an appeal. I don't know how that works. Dirty player, so we got to keep an eye on that. Took a shot at Goff last year. Still pissed about it, I'm not going to lie. But, well, It's Washington. They're banged up. I get it. They had a great season last year. They went on a hell of a run, NFC Championship game, Cinderella story, whatever you want to call it. But I don't. It is a must win because then you're going to Philly. You can't go to Philly carrying 2 losses over your head. Philly's the team that you're going to be looking at for playoff implications. You want a shot at the 1 seed? Can't lose these next 2 games. Absolutely can't lose them. Got to beat Philly somehow for sure. But I definitely don't want to go to Philadelphia with 2 losses hanging over my head. Well, actually, it'd be 3 out of 4 with beating Tampa Bay somewhere in the middle. So you'd be looking at 3 out of 4 losses. No, I can't have that. But Dan Campbell has never lost back-to-back games since 2022, I believe. So I think the boys are going to be ready. I think they're going to be pissed off. Yeah, I don't have a wooden table, but the thoughts there. Dan Campbell doesn't lose games back-to-back. I think his team responds well. I think all the guys are seeing what we're saying, what everyone else is saying, the question marks. I think they're going to show up big on Sunday.
Hope you're right.
Is it a must win? Say it,
Steve.
Say the words.
Hell yeah, it's a must win. You're damn right, it's a must win. Steve. I'm trying to. It's funny because I had one of the coaches that I coach with. He said, "Man, you podcasters have a responsibility to not allow people to get too worked up about certain things, because if you guys come on and your take is like it's the end of the world, then you guys
they feed off our energy sometimes."
Yeah. So, and I'm trying not to do that. But Steve, I'm uncomfortable with the situation. By no means that I think that we were going to do anything crazy, but I can't get an Arden Key. I can't get a Kevin Zeitler, who's just he's 75 years old in the middle of a dumpster fire. I can't get him.
Why even go to Tennessee?
Yeah, what are we talking about? So those are the things that are making me uncomfortable, right? So I don't know. Like you think about somebody like Kevin Zeitler, it's like, man, you already know the scheme. Just get in here and get back to work. What are we really talking about?
You know the guy on your left, you know the guy on your right. Like it's a no-brainer.
Hey Kev, welcome back, man. Like, yeah, locker's still in the same spot. Yeah. Hey, we're going to eat at the same spots we were eating at, man. Like, hey, got you posted up at the spot we posted you up when you first came into town the first time. Like, it's Steve.
Maybe we can get you in your old house. We could pull some strings. I don't know.
What are we doing? Like, I don't understand. So, yes, you're damn right. We have to beat Washington, or I'm just gonna have more questions. That's it. There's gonna be more questions. Listen. Here's what it flat out is. Let me just say what it is. I feel like Brad Holmes took the wheelbarrow, rolled them out there, just rolled them things out and said, hey, listen, Brad Holmes ain't got to do nothing. Brad Holmes has a Super Bowl caliber team already. You guys watch and see. So now what I'm going to do, Steve, is I'm going to watch and I'm going to see. And that's it. Like, so if we lose to Washington, I'm watching, but I'm not seeing. At least I'm not seeing anything good. So you're damn right. It's a must-win game.
That's going to be a pretty big microscope at the end of the year, Brad, if things don't go our way. But, William, I just thinking of Washington without getting too far ahead of our game day show. You know my feelings about Marcus Mariota. That's my guy, man. I love Marcus Mariota. Some people know the Tennessee Titans have a special place in my heart. All right, I do. I'm not a full-on blown Titans fan, but I cheer for them. I only cheer against them when they're playing the Detroit Lions, which isn't very often. Like last year, they came to town, belt to ass, happy as a pig in slop. But the Titans have a special place in my heart. Again, some family ties there. The very first Super Bowl I ever watched was the Tennessee Titans and the Rams. I just found myself cheering for the Titans. A lot of family down there were season ticket holders. They would always send me stuff for Christmas, so I just always cheered for them. When they drafted Marcus Mariota, William, I was on cloud nine. Like that was I got the jersey. I might wear the jersey on the game day episode. It's over in my closet. I still got it. The Mariota 8 jersey. Yeah. What's up, Will?
When they drafted who?
Mariota. I was just going by his.
I want the people to know. I want the people to know the full story.
I was just calling him by his government names because more people are familiar with that. But man, we just can't lose to him on Sunday. Like his career's been up and down. He had some good seasons with the Titans, but then he's just kind of bounced around as a backup. Love them. Couldn't touch me with them in NCAA football back in the day. Undefeated.
Real.
Don't even want to see me on the field with the sticks with the Oregon offense 2014. You don't even want to see it. Okay, it's just it's not fair. That read option is unstoppable. We got to find a way. And not even find a way, Will. We don't have to find a way. We just have to get back to doing what we do. Execute, first and foremost. Block, second and foremost. Run the football. When you get a little stuck, run the football some more. Set up your play action. Use your weapons. Play good defense. That's the recipe for the Lions. We don't do anything crazy. We're not not the 85 Bears or the Steel Curtain on defense, but we have some guys that can get after the quarterback. We have some guys who are playing out of their minds right now, like Derek Barnes. Can't lose to Marcus Mariota. Can't. It's a must-win, Will.
There's no arguments here.
Should I wear that jersey on game day? Just with the full get up. Just
listen. It's not gonna make me feel any worse than when I got to listen to you say "tighten up."
I haven't said that in quite. Listen, the Titans need to do a lot of things. Tightening up ain't happening right now. They're tight. They're tightening down. They're not doing much.
Yeah, they are.
Anything like I don't know. We're not a Titans podcast, but just got to win. Washington. It's almost looking like a bye week. It should be for us, and I don't want to overlook and start thinking about Philly too early. But trap games happen. I think we just fell into one. I don't think we fall into one twice. So I like the Lions odds. I think we're the better team. But offensive line, are we going to see that shakeup this week? I don't know. Pascal, is he coming back in the next couple of weeks? Maybe against Philly or maybe against Green Bay on Thanksgiving. I don't know. Stick around. Hit that like button. We'll be back later with another show.
Peace.